Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today, as you can see, I'm like still in my bathrobe because we are going to be making breakfast together. We're gonna be making 3 different breakfasts, all like super delicious, of course, but super high protein breakfast. I feel like a lot of people, women especially, have a hard time getting enough protein in their diet, including myself. So I really wanted to give y'all a couple different like breakfast ideas of ways to incorporate a ton of protein into your breakfast. And of course, you could have these not for breakfast, you could have these any time of day, but these are really delicious, like really yummy ways to incorporate a ton of protein, kind of sneak it in there so it doesn't feel as difficult to get a ton of protein in. I thought this video might be helpful to some of y'all to give you some really good yummy breakfast ideas. Let me know. Also, I'm curious, what is your favorite meal of the day? I know some people just like live for breakfast, like breakfast is their #1 meal, and then some people are like really passionate about lunch. Me personally, I love lunch. Lunch is my favorite meal. Breakfast I can kind of take or leave. I mean, these recipes are super good, and they're all super easy, by the way. Super easy. I'm a lunch girl all the way, but I know some people feel very passionately about breakfast, so let me know how you feel. Let me know like what meal of the day is your favorite meal. So let's get started on some super easy, super yummy, protein-packed breakfast ideas. If y'all have been around on my channel for a while, you've seen I kind of talk about protein, especially like protein powders and supplements all the time because they're so delicious, and there's just like so many fun different flavors out there in the world, and it's just such an easy way to get protein in. Plus they're all just so delicious. I have a lot of different videos on my channel testing out different protein powders and like protein snacks and different supplements, amino acids, all that kind of stuff. So I can definitely link some of those videos in the description box if y'all are wanting some other like protein suggestions or ideas. But today I'm going to be incorporating them into like food, like making recipes with them. So I'm so excited to show these to y'all. These are some of the proteins I'm going to be using today. These are all from Transparent Labs. This is not sponsored at all. They did send these to me, but I'm going to give y'all my honest review of how I like them and give you kind of like a rundown of the flavor and the macros and all that different kind of stuff. So I have all whey protein here. They actually do have vegan proteins as well, but I just chose the regular whey proteins. I got the salted caramel, which I am so excited about. So I thought that was a really unique different flavor. And then I also got the cereal splash, which I have tried the cereal milk from Ghost before, so that's mostly why I chose this one, to kind of like see how they compare. And then I also just got the regular milk chocolate just because I feel like that's so versatile. You can use, you know, chocolate in a bajillion ways. I also feel like mixing the chocolate and the caramel would be super good. These all have 30 servings in them, 20 grams of protein, and then I think they all have the same amount of calories too. They all have 120 calories as well. Yeah, so the macros are actually pretty much identical on all of them. 120 calories for 20 grams of protein, so really good macros. And I mean, I just love their packaging. Y'all, they have some really cool flavors. I mean, these two alone I think are kind of unique and really fun, but they had a ton of other flavors. It was so hard to choose, but I'm super excited. I'm going to do something a little bit different with all 3 of these in like kind of unique different ways to incorporate them into your breakfast to make your breakfast honestly so much more delicious, but obviously way more protein packed as well. So I'm going to show you all 3 different ideas with each of these, and I'm so excited. Okay, so the first thing we're going to be making is some protein pancakes. So I'm just using this regular whole wheat pancake mix. Obviously whole wheat is a little healthier than like your regular pancake mix, but I'm going to use a protein in 2 different ways. So I'm going to incorporate some protein powder. I'm going to use the salted caramel just because I feel like this will be really good in pancakes. I'm going to mix some of the protein powder in with the pancake mix, and then I'm also going to make a little syrup with the protein powder as well to go over top instead of like a maple syrup. It is so good and so super easy. This is literally like a 2-ingredient meal because it's water and this, and then protein and water for the syrup. So super easy, literally takes no time and almost no ingredients. So let's get started. right, so that is breakfast idea number 1. These are whole wheat caramel protein pancakes with caramel protein syrup. How good does that look? Oh my gosh. And so healthy, but so delicious. Alrighty, next up, we are going to make a chocolate peanut butter banana smoothie. Smoothies are like one of my favorite breakfasts in the whole world, and they're so easy, but so good. And this one especially is like one of my favorites. So in the bottom here, I already have half of the frozen banana. I had that in the freezer, so I just chopped that up and threw it in the bottom here along with some crushed ice. Next, I'm gonna use a little bit of PB2. Obviously, you can use regular peanut butter as well, but this is a little more macro friendly. It has way less fat and calories, but it actually does have a good amount of protein. This has 6 grams of protein per serving. So PB2 is especially good for, like, in my opinion, smoothies, because you're already kind of putting a bunch of powdered stuff together. It's a good way to save a lot of calories and fat, but still get that peanut butter flavor and some of the protein. And then I'm gonna put in a scoop of this milk chocolate protein. Of course, you can add whatever else you want to this too. You could add spinach just to like sneak in a little bit of greens. You could also add flax seeds, chia seeds, cacao nibs, any of those little add-ins. You can totally customize this however you want. And then I'm just gonna be using some vanilla almond milk. This is the sweetened kind. I really like sweetened almond milk for my shakes, just to obviously add some more sweetness. So I'm just gonna start with that much liquid, see how it blends up, and then go from there. All right, that's a little a little too thick. This is gonna be like almost like an ice cream texture. So that's also an idea that you could do, but yeah, I'm gonna add a little bit more almond milk to loosen this up a bit. Oh my gosh. Okay, now that's more like it. Oh my gosh, so good. And you can taste all the flavors, the chocolate, the banana, and the peanut butter. It's such a good mix. This has over 30 grams of protein in it, but it tastes like a dessert. It is so good. And of course, if you get different flavor protein powders, if you were to get something a little more fruity or even vanilla, you could totally switch this up and add some fruit, you know, spinach, like greens like that. Like I mentioned, you can totally customize your smoothies, of course, and you pretty much can't mess it up. I've never had a smoothie that I didn't like. You can do a lot of different things, and as long as you have a really yummy protein powder, it's gonna be good no matter what. So that is a protein-packed breakfast idea number 2. Alrighty, so last but not least, I'm going to make basically cereal with the cereal milk protein. So I actually learned this from Sydney Cummings on YouTube. She is who I work out with, and she said that you can basically just make protein cereal milk to go with your cereal. So obviously I would normally just use almond milk, but what I'm gonna do, instead of just pouring the almond milk directly on top of my shredded wheat, I'm gonna mix the almond milk with the cereal milk protein and pour that over my cereal. So basically my cereal milk has a ton of protein in it. So what I'm gonna do, you could obviously do this in a proper like protein shaker. That would be a good way to do it, but I'm just going to do it just in like this little cup here. So I'm gonna put some of my vanilla almond milk in there. I just think this is gonna be extra good because it's cereal milk flavor protein. So my cereal milk will taste like cereal milk. So for this one, I'm not gonna do like a whole entire scoop just because that tends to make the milk a little bit too thick. So you want to do enough that it still has the normal like milky texture. It'd be a really good idea to use one of those hand frothers. That would be a good way to mix this too. But this protein dissolves pretty well, especially in almond milk or regular milk. I don't have to worry about it being like chunky or anything. So so like I showed you, I'm just gonna have some simple like shredded wheats. And then I'm gonna put my protein almond milk over top. Oh, heck yeah, how good does that look? So cool. I'm actually gonna put a little bit more cereal. So now not only am I gonna get a ton of extra protein in my cereal, but my mini wheats are gonna taste so good. How good does that look? Oh my gosh, so good. 10 times better than just using regular almond milk. So that is a protein breakfast idea number 3. Alrighty guys, so that is all of the protein packed breakfast ideas I wanted to share with y'all. I am just so obsessed with these proteins. I'm telling y'all, I have tried a lot of proteins, and these ones are so good. And they definitely have a little bit of that protein taste, but they don't have like that overwhelming protein like aftertaste that some proteins that I've tried definitely have. And they have so many really cool flavors. I have a cookies and cream one that I really want to try. They also don't just have protein, they have like green supplements, a ton of different stuff. So of course it'll all be linked down below for y'all to check out. You can peruse the whole website. They do have vegan proteins, I believe, as well. One thing that I think is really cool is they have a stim-free pre-workout, which I personally don't drink caffeine, so I thought that was a really cool option if you're trying to limit your caffeine intake but you still like to take like a pre-workout. They have so much stuff. They have fat burning different products, they have like bulking and mass gainer products, they have like joint support supplements. They have seriously so many products. It is insane how much they have. I'm so excited that I discovered them. I really like these a lot, and these three I think are so versatile because they're really easy to like mix in with recipes like I showed y'all, but they're also really good just mixed with water or with almond milk or regular milk if you like kind of a thicker protein shake. They taste really good on their own. I love that the cereal milk especially is pretty sweet. I like a lot of sweetness in my protein flavors. The caramel is also fairly sweet, but because it's like a salted caramel, it's definitely not overly sweet. But I think there's so many cool things you could do with these. This would be so good in like a brownie mix to make like caramel protein brownies. Obviously chocolate and even the cereal milk would be so good mixed in with some Greek yogurt. If you just get plain vanilla Greek yogurt, mix some of the cereal milk in it and kind of have like a sweet fruity Greek yogurt. The chocolate is super good for that same purpose as well. You can make kind of like a Greek yogurt chocolate dip for strawberries and fruit. There's a bajillion things you can do with protein powders besides drinking them, which I love drinking protein powders, but you can use them in a million different ways, which is kind of what I wanted to show y'all in this video, so that you can have some different ideas. But this was just a couple that I wanted to share with you guys, and I have been loving these flavors. They're really good. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that it was kind of helpful, maybe give you guys some ideas. Of course, like I said, I will have these linked down below for y'all to check out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. If you would like to subscribe, we would love to have you. We have so much fun here, and until next time, I will see y'all on our next video. Bye guys.